Britain, the land of tea, tradition, and a parliament that seems more interested in ticking boxes than fixing a broken country. Now here's a question that would have been dismissed as mad not long ago. Should King Charles dissolve Parliament? Outrageous? Perhaps. But when you look at the state of Westminster right now, it might just be the most sane thing anyone's suggested in years. Let me explain. Labour are waltzing into number 10 with a majority built not on love or ideas, oh no, but on apathy. Voter turnout plummeted. People didn't vote for Labour, they stayed home, sick of being lied to by both main parties. Keir Starmer, a man who changes positions more often than a weather vane in a hurricane, is now Prime Minister. He campaigned on vague change and empty promises, only to U-turn before his feet even touched the steps of Downing Street. He talks like Blair, but governs like a committee chair. What exactly does he stand for? No one knows. And that's the point. Labour's strategy was to say as little as possible, offend no one, and ride the anti-Tory sentiment into power. Well, it worked. And now we've got a parliament full of bland suits with no mandate for reform, no plan for immigration, and zero spine. While Labour MPs pat themselves on the back, Britain's borders are a joke. Illegal boat crossings continue, law and order collapsing, taxes through the roof, NHS on life support. And what's Labour doing? Banning things, regulating speech, and obsessing over diversity targets, while working class communities, real ones, are ignored again. So let's be honest, this parliament doesn't represent the people. It represents London think tanks, civil service elites, and party donors. Reform UK came second in dozens of seats. Millions voted for them. But thanks to our lovely first-past-the-post system, they've got what? 5 MPs? Less representation than the Greens, who are basically Extinction Rebellion with nicer fonts. Now I know what you're thinking. Surely the king can't just dissolve Parliament. Well, historically, yes, he could. That's what sovereignty meant. Before the 2011 Fixed-Term Parliaments Act, since repealed, the monarch had the constitutional right to dissolve Parliament on advice. Yes, advice. But what if the advice was bad? What if it wasn't in the people's interest? Now, I'm not saying King Charles should march in and shut the place down like some Tudor throwback, tempting as that might be, but I am saying this. There needs to be a reckoning. This country's being run into the ground by an unaccountable establishment that's forgotten who it works for. Parliament has lost its moral legitimacy, and Reform UK, the only party actually talking about immigration, law and order and tax sanity, is treated like a sideshow. If Charles wants to prove he's more than a ribbon cutter and tree hugger, he could, in theory, call time on this farce. Even the threat of royal intervention would send shockwaves through Westminster. Remind them that the Crown isn't just a ceremonial tea cosy, it matters. Imagine Winston Churchill looking at this parliament, a bloated mess of careerists who couldn't organise a drinks party in a brewery, let alone govern a nation. He'd probably say, dissolve the lot of them and start again. And who's leading the charge for that clean-out? Nigel Farage, Richard Tice, Reform UK. They're not perfect, but they're talking sense. Real issues, real solutions. Not more bureaucratic waffle about green transitions while working-class Britons can't afford their energy bills. So should King Charles dissolve Parliament? Maybe not today, but if Labour continues down this road of bland authoritarianism wrapped in media approval, if the people keep being silenced, if the reform vote keeps rising without representation, then yes, maybe the king should act. Not out of ego, but out of duty. Remember, Parliament is only legitimate as long as it serves the people. Right now, it's serving itself. If you're tired of the mainstream media pushing the same tired agenda and you want real talk, real issues and real British voices, then do us a favour, like this video, hit subscribe and join the growing movement here at British Voice News. No spin, no censorship, just the truth. This is your country, make your voice heard.